Hello Moon Tribe, welcome to my channel. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's begin. So tonight I wanted to do something a little bit different and do a video on how to create your own perfume oil, witchy perfume oil, using just random things that you can find sometimes in your spice cabinets, and a tarot deck. And if you don't have a tarot deck, you can draw what you want to manifest towards you, because this ultimately the purpose of this witchy perfume oil or spell oil or whatever it is A, therapy, and B, to fuel your manifestation energy forward. So yeah, I would recommend getting all natural ingredients if you can. I personally prefer all natural organic things or things you can find in your garden because, you don't have to, but just keep in mind that whatever you do put on your skin, it does seep into your pores and it can get into your bloodstream. So you want to be really careful about what you're using in these things, in whatever you're going to put on you or use as a perfume oil or manifestation oil. So I just really cannot stress enough that you want to stay away from things that you're allergic to. You want to do your research. You want to stay away from anything toxic. I recommend using organic, edible grade products. You don't have to, but once again, I want you to practice the utmost safety precautions, because once again, I am not a medical expert. I just want to stress that. And also these kind of manifestation oils or spell work or whatever it is, it's really just like a form of therapy, like therapy light, to make you feel better about your day, make you feel better about manifesting things towards you. It could also be seen as a placebo effect, but whatever works for you. It's like whatever works, you know what I mean? That's really the important thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I really want you to make sure to use safe ingredients that you're not allergic to, once again, and really do your research. And even if this is just placebo, if it works, it works. It works for some people and it's not going to work for others. That's just the reality of the matter. But okay, so with that, let's get into this. So first step to make your witchy perfume oil is you're going to need some oil, obviously. I personally like to use this like grapeseed oil because it's light in color and it's pretty odorless, which that's what you want because you're going to be making perfume out of whatever ingredients that you decide to select. You will also need a bottle of any kind. Glass is probably better. A lot of people recommend using a dark colored glass so that it kind of, it's a defense against sunlight because of the dark color. It protects the glass. But yeah, you can use any kind of glass. This is just like an old spice container or spice bottle. But yeah, so you want to find those ingredients and then gather, whatever you want your perfume oil to smell like. Once again, do your research. Avoid anything you're allergic to. Avoid anything toxic, please. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that you really need to do your research. Like, you don't know like what's going to happen if you like mix things together. So just really be careful. So yeah, like you can get creative. Like for example, this is something I found. It's loose leaf tea, but it has dried hibiscus, dried elderberries, dried blueberries in there, dried cornflowers. So this is what I'm going to use in mine. And I'm not going to go through with actually doing it because I only have so many free hands, but I will show you the ingredients and step by step. And then here's some dried rosebuds, or you can get this online, or maybe even if you have a rose garden. But this is edible and food grade. It's all organic. And I did my research to find out, okay, I'm not allergic to this and this is safe. And you really have to do your research. Once again, this has to be safe, because like I said, whatever touches your skin will seep into your pores and it can get into your bloodstream, most likely. This is dried orange blossom. So, anything that you want, get creative. You could even use, dried tea bags. Like, everybody has access to tea bags. Whatever teas you like, whatever's in there that you want to make a perfume oil with, you can just use those dried herbs in the tea bags. Although personally, I like to keep it like big ingredients like this, so that you don't get all the little like bits everywhere when you are putting the perfume oil onto your skin. And then also chamomile flowers. That's something that can have like a calming effect. So that's another ingredient that I decided to opt for, as well as cinnamon sticks you can get. But with this, you also want to be careful. Once again, do your research. Anything like this can be irritating to the skin because it is a spice. It's a bit spicy, it has that zing to it. So just be careful. Do your research once again. I cannot stress that enough. Practice the utmost safety precautions, and I just really need you guys to be careful when you're doing this, because there's just, these ingredients, they can be quite potent sometimes, on your skin, or whatever reaction that you have on your skin. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to continue, but I will stop talking about the safety thing. But yes, please do practice utmost safety precautions. And even if it is a placebo effect, you don't want to ruin your health, you know what I mean, by using these products, whatever way you decide to use them. Just really be careful. But yeah, so you want to put all the ingredients in the glass bottle, and then you want to, I need to readjust. Okay, so you want to put all the ingredients in the glass bottle, and then you want to put the oil last, the grapeseed oil, whatever oil you decide to use. Once again, do your research. It's got to be safe. And I would fill up the bottle about halfway to 2/3 way with the dried herbs or whatever ingredients you decide to put in the perfume oil. And then last step is to fill it with the oil of your choice. And then what's recommended is for you to shake it every day, either every morning or night before bed. I like to do it every morning for 2 to 4 weeks. If you want it to be extra potent, you can wait 4 weeks or a month. And if you're good with it just being like not completely, I guess, immersed into the oil, you can just use it right away. But I personally like waiting at least 2 weeks to a month, because that really helps the ingredients blossom. You can like really, smell it. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I like that like potent, like boom, like fragrance. So yeah, you add the oil last, and then, like I said, you want to shake it every day and then leave it for 2 to 4 weeks before you start using it. Preferably, you can use it right away if you want. And as for like the spell work portion, you want to do, like I said, whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel like, oh, this is a therapeutic experience, because whatever you're doing, whether it's cooking, baking, creating whatever it is with your hands, or whatever it is that you're creating, it can be anything. It's really just for you. Like, it's like a personal form of therapy, and also like, just think of it like a placebo effect. Like I said, like, it's gonna work for some of you, it's gonna not work for others, but it's all about intention. And like, a lot of people state this when it comes to any kind of witchy spell work, it really is just a form of like a placebo effect / therapy for yourself. So whatever works for you and your health, and whatever your preferences, your personal, whatever makes you feel good and whatever's safe for you, like, that's what I recommend doing. However, to move forward, so sometimes what I like to do is write a letter to myself, like, dear fill in the blank, whatever your name is, and then write down like what you want to manifest. Literally just like, I want to manifest XYZ, all of these things, by, you can write like by a certain time, you don't have to put the time frame. And then write down like after, like kind of like you're looking into the future, like after you've manifested these things or these dreams or whatever you really want in life, then that's personal to you. Also write down how it's going to feel once you get these things. Put yourself in a place of, okay, now I have these things and this is what it feels like. Write that down as well. Like, when I manifest these things, whatever they are, XYZ, this is how it's going to feel like this is how, I'm going to feel, this is what I'm going to be thinking, and this is what it's going to look like. Really visualize the manifestation when it takes place. Write it out all down in this letter or piece of paper. And then you want to fold the piece of paper up, and then you want to put this bottle, it's, by the time you go through the process, you're going to fill it with whatever, safe fragrance ingredients for your perfume oil, and the oil as the last step. So that's what's going to be in here once you go through those steps. And you want to place this full bottle on the paper or the letter and just keep it there, because that's in my opinion, that's going to help with the manifestation part. And while you're filling this bottle, you can light a candle, you can put on your favorite music. Once again, it's what works for you, what makes you feel like, okay, I'm doing my own little form of, sort of like witchy spell therapy or whatever it is. That's really just the purpose, is to make you feel good, make you feel more in tune, with your divine feminine energy, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You want to just feel good while you're doing this, feel more in tune also with the earth. I mean, that's personally why I do it, because it makes me feel just like, oh, like, look at these natural ingredients, and like the scents and the sights and just the textures of them. It just makes me feel more like earthy, and that is personal therapy for me. But what works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So, and then also draw whatever you want to manifest towards you if you want to. However, I also like to use tarot cards. So this is how you can use tarot cards for this. So let's get to that portion. So here we have tarot cards. These are all tarot cards you can use with the manifestation oil or perfume oil that you make. So High Priestess and the Moon card you can use if you want to heighten your spiritual abilities or your intuition. Like, especially if you feel like, okay, I need to get closer to my intuition, or like, once again, heighten my like abilities to sort of, or open my third eye, you can use High Priestess in the tarot, or you can use the Moon card. But you can use whatever cards you like, because like I said, this is about what feels right for you, what feels good for you, and ultimately what you feel like is going to work with you and your own manifestation journey. But these are just suggestions. And then for the Ace of Swords, you can use this maybe for protection. And once again, this isn't about, actually I haven't mentioned this yet, but this isn't about black magic or whatever, or harming anyone, because I mean, everyone's into their own thing, but for me personally, I'm not into that. That kind of, whatever it is, voodoo, black magic, I don't know, there's multiple names for it. It may not be called that. I don't really know what it's called. People call it different things. I'm not into that though, because I really do believe in karma, and so when you do those kind of harmful things, I believe it does go out into the universe, and then it's toxic, right? And I do believe that it can come back to you, or it can come back to haunt you, which is why I really do not recommend doing anything like dark magic or anything like that, or anything dark when it comes to spell work or whatever it is. I cannot stress enough, like, you should probably stay away from that. But I'm not going to preach, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do or not, but I highly discourage it, doing any kind of black magic or dark magic. However, this Ace of Swords can be used for protection. So this is about defense, not about harming anyone, okay? So you could use this for protection. You can use this for the Ace of Wands for if you need things to move faster, like if you want to manifest things faster, or you need things to move along faster, because Wands is all about that sort of like masculine yang energy of like moving forward. You can also use Ace of Cups for if you want to receive. Okay, that's one that I actually forgot to put in the card spread here. But you can use Ace of Cups if you want to receive something from the universe as well, something emotional, because that's what Cups is about. It could also be really just receiving in general, but this is about forward movement, about forward manifestation. So really that's what I see the Ace of Wands as being good for. And also if you want to add some spark into your relationship, Ace of Wands could possibly work for that. And also Ace of Coins, obviously money. If you want like money to come your way, more of that coin, you know, more of that hustle, bustle, you can use the Ace of Coins. And then Empress you can use in general for prosperity. This is about, you know, connecting with your divine feminine. One of my personal favorites is the Empress because it does have a lot of Venusian energy, which involves, you know, love, happiness, things like that, creativity, divine feminine. She's usually pictured as pregnant as well, but prosperity and abundance. But ultimately abundance is what I get from this card. And once again, this is personal. You can use whichever images. You can draw your own image. You can even paint something and then you can put it next to the oil, because once again this is about whatever helps you and your own manifestation journey and whatever works for you and makes you feel good, because this is very personal, you know. You could also choose to do this on a full moon or an eclipse, or I don't know, just any moon, even like a new moon. Although I know a lot of people say full moon is mostly for like contemplation, it's not really for like this kind of thing. But like I said, I mean, for me, I think you can do whatever you want, whatever works for you, because like I said, there's no like written like specific rules, you know what I mean? Like this is just stuff like this is just like what makes you, you know, about what makes you feel good in your personal journey. And also, you know, borrowing bits and pieces of different ideas and different processes that's been used over thousands of years, really. I mean, like this kind of thing. So there's no written process. Like it's not like, oh, you shouldn't do this on a full moon, or you can only do this on a new moon. It's like whatever feels good to you. Okay, whatever feels good to you, like that's really what I recommend, and whatever's safe and works for you, because you know that's different for everyone. And here we have Two of Cups, which I recommend for love, like if you want to manifest love your way, Two of Cups. But once again, this is about you choosing whatever you want that works for you, because you know this is very personal and I cannot stress that enough. But you want to choose the card and you want to put it next to your perfume oil over the course of the 2 to 4 weeks that the ingredients are really seeping into the oil, blossoming in the oil, and really infusing your witchy perfume oil or manifestation oil, whatever you want to call it. You can even label it whatever you want. Like you could get like a labeling sticker. You can put stickers on here. Like I said, you can tie ribbons on there. Some people do put glitter in their perfume oil, but I personally wouldn't want to do that because it kind of agitates my skin, but I'm sure other people, you know, can do that and it'll be fine. So once again, it's about what works for you. But yeah, just put it next to the oil. You can even leave, like if you draw something that you want to manifest, or you draw something that inspires you, you can just leave it next to the oil if you want. I mean, whatever works, you know, it's about what you want. I'm personally going to decorate this with maybe some gold ribbons and some stickers, because you know what, why not? That's, you know, I'm gonna do what feels good for me. And you do you know, you do the same. So what you want to do also after you make the oil is to reflect, probably either every morning or night, maybe either before or after you shake up your oil, because you want to do that daily for 2 to 4 weeks after you put all the ingredients together, and really reflect on the card, or like I said, you know, write a letter to yourself, put the bottle on top of the letter with the ingredients in it. You can read the letter daily, you know, whatever helps you and whatever you think is going to bring you closer to your manifestation goals, and whatever feels good to you. And this is like a video that's, you know, genderless. This could be, men, women, non-binary, whoever you are and whatever you identify with as a person, whatever astrological sign you are. This can be for anyone. And once again, this is about what makes you feel good and what's safe for you and what you feel like is going to work for you. So yeah, that is the video. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you guys again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So I hope this was insightful and helpful and at least entertaining. And like I said, you want to be safe, you want to do your research, you want to practice the utmost safety precautions, and like I said, this isn't going to work for everyone because this is all about intention, and whatever intention you put into it, it can work as a placebo. It might not work for some of you, but it really is about the process, not necessarily the end goal. Of course you want the end goal, but it's also about the process, like that's how I see it, as like a form of, like I said, a personal therapy for me, because it feels good and really nothing else. And also, the end result, you usually get like a really awesome smelling, all natural, curated, perfume oil of your choice, and that is pretty cool. So yeah, with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.